Hi, it's me, Donna Heifel, and welcome to CorpLite TV. We actually haven't had a workshop in a few weeks, and there's been a reason for that. I have been pondering, I have been thinking, and that takes some time, and I've been considering what is it about CorpLite that as we get into the fall and people start kicking back into their schedules and work starts picking back up from vacation, what is it that I can do to help better meet the needs of my clients with CorpLite? And you know, I thought I've kind of strayed away a little bit from really why I started creating the website in the beginning, which is the L-I-T-E part of Lite. And that is helping people understand that the greatest successes I have seen in clients that I've worked with have come not from the most beautiful strategic plan, not from the most glossy, amazing training, not from the best motivational speakers. All of those play a part, but what I have seen that really creates a success is the ability to incrementally execute initiatives. And that's Lite. It sounds simple. The materials on CorpLite.com look simple, but the fact is they get results because they help people do things a little bit at a time. Think about it. When you were a baby, not that you remember that, but if you have babies right now, you watch them learn to walk. And a lot of people use this analogy, but it's so good because you don't show them a video and say, here's what walking looks like, and then say, now, let's go to the store and follow me because I showed you the video, so by golly, you should be able to do it. The fact is the child's got to learn to take one step at a time, and they fall a lot, and they get back up a lot, and they continue to try until they get their legs under them, and it works. And the fact is, as we get people to the point of being adults, we think that simply showing a video and having a leader get up and do a big kickoff then means that people can now execute what you need for them to execute. And that simply is not the case. You've got to do things in short, brief spurts. In my blog this week on CorpLite.com, and I encourage you to take a look at it, but I talk about life in increments and I talk about movies. And I said, Spielberg doesn't try to get everybody together and say, okay, folks, you've read the script, you know what we're doing, all right, ready, go, one shoot, let's get this movie done. They do one scene at a time. Sometimes they will spend 8 hours getting a 5-minute scene because they've got to figure out how to make it work. And then when they bring it all together, you've got the movie. And I think sometimes in corporations we're in such a hurry to do things so quickly that we forget to break things down. So here's my commitment to you. What I'm going to start doing is getting back to increments. Both in my materials, I'm going to develop some tools and some games that help people, particularly around the areas of sales and service. Change management is actually a very natural part of that because you're trying to get people to change behavior. But particularly around sales and service, how to really roll out initiatives that stick, that work, and that get change behavior. And we're going to start with today, and I'm just going to quickly tell you that when you're rolling out a sales initiative, that's what we're going to start with over the next few workshops, how to roll a sales initiative out. There are really a few key steps. You can see here that is developing 1 to 2 behaviors that people need to really learn, to work on, to change, and to implement, getting them out there in the field, implementing those, train them to do it, get them to implement it, and then coach them along the way. And we're going to talk more about each one of those steps. Today, I simply want to say that any initiative that you're getting ready to kick off, from a Lite perspective, you've got to provide the why. You've got to let people know why are they being asked to do this. And a lot of you watching this video are saying, well, duh, we know that. We've read all the books, but I tell you what, think about the last few initiatives your company has rolled out. Has the why been communicated not through an email, but through leaders that they trust sitting down and telling them why this is a benefit to them, why this needs to be done for the company, and why it needs to be done in the time frame that it's being done in. That's my only tip for today, is the why. We'll talk more about it next week, but I did want to tell you that we're really going to move back in CorpLite to the Lite side of actually getting people to do things differently, because at CorpLite, we believe in the power of Lite. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you next week.